Makeup's done, hair's a mess, still in pajamas. It's like noon, whatever. Happy Sunday, what's today, March 31st. Hello, I'm barely a human. Oh boy, a lot has happened. So I guess the best place to start is by explaining why there was not a video last week. So last Wednesday, I came home from like a super long day, very full day, and I have been getting in kind of the bad habit of like coming home after a long day, sitting down immediately the second I walk in the door to like start filming a video because I don't have a lot of time these days. And Wednesdays, Keith comes home a little bit later, so like Wednesdays are my days. And my plan was to do a studio vlog like I'm planning to do today, and to do kind of like a behind the scenes of the April Patreon stuff and just like general tidying and make that the video for Friday. Well, I'm sitting down to do the April Patreon rewards. I have my Cricut plugged into my laptop, and my laptop screen just kind of like goes blank. Kind of just like this blank white screen. And it does that for a couple minutes, and then it pops up with this little folder with a question mark on it. So I kind of go into panic mode and I start researching things, and all answers are kind of pointing to like a failure in the hard drive. So immediately I'm like, okay, I don't have a computer, like my computer just died. I'm like calling my dad because my dad knows a lot about computers. My dad's calling his friends that know a lot about computers, and I'm kind of like corresponding with them, trying to figure out what my options are. And they're kind of like, yeah, it seems like the hard drive failed. Like the computer won't even recognize the hard drive when you go into internet recovery mode. Like it's not finding the startup disk. So it seems like the hard drive failed. And keep in mind, this computer is from 2012. So like maybe it was time. And I am very, very hard on my computers, considering I use them for school, I use them for video editing, I use them for Photoshop. You know, I'm not easy on my computers by any means. And so the fact that it's lasted 7 years, it was a high school graduation gift, it survived me all of undergrad, it survived me, you know, 90% of the way through grad school. So I was like, okay. And after kind of talking with my parents a little bit, we kind of were like, I think it's time to upgrade. Like I could, you know, spend a couple $100 to replace the hard drive, only to then have to like replace something else on this computer a few months later because like the battery's failing, the charger's falling apart. Like, you know, it's kind of like it's kind of like totaling it in a way, because the value of the computer is probably a lot lower now. Anyway, so I wasn't initially very stressed, and I'm still not very stressed about the fact that I have a computer that is 7 years old and I can't really get any of the files off of it. And I guess the reason why is because I have a lot of other things going on right now, and it's almost like I can't exclusively stress about this one thing because I have to stress a little bit about a lot of things. So I don't think I've really like accepted the fact that I can't access a lot of those files anymore. But at this point I was like, gotta get a new computer. Like I'm kind of in like goal-oriented mode where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get up early tomorrow, I'm gonna go to the Apple store, I'm gonna get the new computer, I know exactly which one I want to get, like I've already accepted like all of these things. And you know, I was like, okay, there's not really any way that I can repair this. And from after talking with you know, a couple of people, it just seemed like I couldn't really get anything off of that hard drive anyway, because if the hard drive fails, it's kind of like, it's done. And I was like, okay, at this point, it's been 7 years. I don't really have a sense of what is on that computer that I have lost, other than just like the mild inconvenience of now I have to remember all the passwords to all of my accounts and you know, re-add all of my favorite tabs. Like all of that little stuff was like a minor nuisance. Other than that, I don't really, like, I haven't really grasped the fact that I lost like 7 years worth of files, 7 years worth of like academic stuff, art stuff, personal stuff. It's, and like, I don't know, it's weird. It's like, why did I have that many files on there to begin with? Because I don't really have a sense of like what even is on there that I desperately need. And I kept thinking that I'm so glad my computer died now instead of in the middle of the 6-hour exam I took like a month ago. And the whole time I just kept thinking like, wow, I'm so glad it made it through that, because if it had died in the middle of that test, like I would have had a panic attack. My stomach would have eaten itself and I would have died. Like I don't think my body was equipped to deal with that amount of stress. But now that like that's passed, I'm kind of like, okay, if it was gonna die at any time, I'm glad it died now. Anyway, this was a very long version of this story. To sum up, I got a new computer. I got the newest MacBook Pro with the touch bar. I didn't really care about getting the touch bar. What I cared about was getting a machine that had the highest amount of RAM, the highest amount of storage, highest amount of memory, and that's what this machine has. So hopefully it will last me a long time. And as far as getting files from my old computer onto this computer, I did back up some old files, but it was mostly an external hard drive that I had for video clips, because whenever I had old videos, I would just put them on this external hard drive. I don't know why I did that. It's the same thing of like my computer. I don't know why I was holding on to those. I don't think I need them. And after talking with the people at the Apple store, they advised me that I could pay them $100 to take the hard drive out and see if there's anything on there. Because they said it could be the hard drive and it could be the cable that's connecting the hard drive that failed. And if it's the cable that failed, the hard drive should be fine. I should be able to get stuff off of it. But either way, I'd be paying Apple $100, or I could pay like $20 on Amazon to get a thing and do it myself. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's coming in the mail, as well as a case for the new computer. And while I was there, I also upgraded my iPad, because my iPad is old too. And I guess you figure when you're spending a butt ton of money, you might as well just spend a butt ton of money. And if I had to upgrade the iPad too, that would just be like a lot to do. So I just didn't want to prolong this process, is basically what I'm trying to say. I didn't want to prolong the process, so I got an iPad. It's not an iPad Pro. That was just not in the budget, and it wasn't something I needed. So I just got the regular iPad and then the Gen 1 Apple Pencil that works with it. And I'm very excited about that, because part of what I've been wanting to do with my art is do more digital stuff that I can turn into t-shirt designs and merch designs and just kind of this simple, more graphic stuff. And it's really easy to do that with the iPad and the Apple Pencil, especially with the technology now. I was feeling very kind of stunted with my current iPad in my ability to do that. So this is going to be really cool. I'm so excited about it. It was not planned. It was not what I was anticipating doing, but I think I've made the best out of this situation, because now what I have is I have a new computer that can handle the work that I'm going to be doing on it. I have an iPad that will allow me to do a lot more design and digital based stuff than I was able to do before. And hopefully I can recover some of the files off of my old hard drive and at least get them onto the new computer. Mostly of what I'm wanting to transfer is like scanned artwork, school stuff, you know. So it's I'm not gonna be kind of just moving all of the crap from that computer onto this computer. Like when you get a new phone, if you have like an iPhone, you have an old iPhone, then you plug it into iTunes, and then your exact same browser page is open on your new phone. I don't want it to be like that, because I actually am kind of accepting of the fact that this is a new start, and that I can do it better this time with this computer, and I'm not just gonna gunk it up with a bunch of stuff. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I think it's gonna be good. But now, obviously because my computer died, I was not able to get a video done last week. And I am kind of picking up the pieces of everything that got pushed to the side this week because I was dealing with the computer stuff. And I was out of town all day yesterday. I woke up at 5, I got back at 7, and I went to bed really late last night. And so now I'm just in this place of like needing to do lots of things just to get my life back on track. And so that's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully I'm gonna get my hair cut today too. I'm going to my cousin's house later, and I think she's gonna cut my hair. Your girl is so ready. This is just too much hair. It doesn't do anything and I'm over it. So I think she's gonna cut my hair. I need to do laundry. I need to just do like some general tidying because there's stuff everywhere and it's like really bothering me. Keith is on a camping trip right now, so I will have kind of just free reign of cleaning things, which I love doing. And I'm gonna take you guys along for the ride. I still wanna figure out some Patreon stuff, some April Patreon stuff. I'm gonna be moving March Patreon rewards onto my online store, so if you missed the chance to get the Bad Luck sticker sheet as part of the March Patreon rewards, you can get them on my store now. And if you're interested in getting the April Patreon rewards, which are super cute, you guys actually helped design them. Those are gonna be available in April, and then once the month of April is over, they will no longer be available on Patreon, and I'll move them onto my store. So patrons get the first chance, and then I'll move them onto my store after. And in case you need a friendly reminder, back up your computer. Do it today. Do it right now. If you don't have an external hard drive, go buy an external hard drive and back your shit up. Okay, it's a couple hours later now. I have my coffee. I ate sort of a late breakfast, early lunch, so I'm feeling pretty good and I've been pretty productive. So I tidied up the kitchen, which I didn't show you because I was so embarrassed of how messy that it was. I feel like I didn't even want to show you the before, and then showing you just the after is pretty anticlimactic. So we're just gonna skip over that, but it's clean. I'm doing laundry, so if you hear the washing machine going, that's what that is. And I kind of feel like I'm ready to pick up the Patreon stuff again. This was the exact thing that I was doing when my computer crashed. So I feel like I just needed to freeze this moment in time for a little bit before I came back and picked it up again. But we're ready to start cutting these stickers now. And the first cut that I did was good, but the print was fine and the cut was fine, but I made sort of a minor mistake in that I didn't have the white stroke as the cut line. I had just the raw lines as the cut line. So it just cut a little bit off. So the print was fine, the cut was a little off. It should be ready to cut now again. So this one has been ready to go since Wednesday, and I just haven't really picked it up yet. So I'm gonna print a couple rounds of these sticker sheets, get them cut out. I'll kind of show you what that looks like. They're still pretty simple sticker sheets. Like, this is not anything super complex, but this is the kind of stuff I actually want to make more of, which is why I'm so excited that I have the new iPad now and that I'm going to be able to kind of play around with that. I actually did this on my old iPad and I feel like it just took me a little bit longer, but I'll go ahead and insert that footage for you to watch me make this whole sticker sheet. Basically, it was based off of recommendations from you guys. I asked you guys on Twitter what I should draw, and I got just a few random suggestions, and I ended up drawing them in this very limited color palette that I thought really worked well together. I threw in a few extra designs that I thought just kind of fit the theme, and wham bam, thank you ma'am, I have a fantasy sticker sheet. So it's really all thanks to you guys. I guess the octopus is kind of a plot twist in there. But I think it fits and it's cute, so there's really not a whole lot more to it than that. So it's still miscut. In fact, I think it miscut worse than it did the first time. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I have a sneaking suspicion that because I had to repair my Cricut machine and completely switch it over to this computer, even though like the file in Design Space was exactly the same, that might have something to do with it. So I am going to reprint it and recut it just completely, and hopefully that fixes it. But yeah, this one is another dud, and you'll probably be able to see what I mean because it's going to be very, very hard to tell. But if we peel this sticker, yeah, you can see it's just not cutting properly. So I have to make sure, number one, that it is using the stroke line as the cut line and not the line art. So let me check that, and then if that's not the problem, I don't know what is. Still misprinting, still not sure what is going on. It's just printing slightly off. Like maybe I need to recalibrate the machine. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna do some research and just keep messing with this off camera, and hopefully the next time I film a clip I will have successful sticker sheets. Wish me luck. Success. I have a good print. This one printed beautifully. The only two things I did different is I did calibrate the machine and I did print it with the automatic bleed that the printer adds, or the design space adds. That seems to have worked, so I'm gonna do the exact same thing again, just so that I have a few backup sheets of these, and then I can get ready to send off the Patreon rewards. I usually don't send them off until like the 3rd or 4th day of the month. I try and do it as soon as possible. Sometimes it's like the end of the first week of the month or something like that. So I want to try and add another print or greeting card or something in there too, but I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do yet. With the time left in the day, let's see, it's like almost 2 o'clock now. I'm going to my cousin's house around 4. So I might just kind of like play around in my traditional sketchbook. By the way, I changed into this shirt. I'm doing laundry now, so I was like, I have this shirt, I forgot. I ordered these from Redbubble recently. I ordered 3 of them because they were having a sale. This is just like their unisex t-shirt. This is in a medium. It's so soft, and this is actually like a really, really good fit. Their women's sizes, at least in my experience, run a little small. But yeah, this is what the t-shirt looks like. I got 2 other designs as well, but had to rep the Make Bad Art one. Hence the sticker. We match. How cute is that? But I recently started a new sketchbook, and I have been wanting to do some more work in here. I kind of started doing like some studies, nothing too serious, but I really liked a couple of the sketches in here, and I might want to add like some color to them. So that's what I'm thinking of doing with the time that I have at home. And then I might take the iPad with me and do like some fun kind of simple designs there. I'll show you kind of what I was working on yesterday. I started out with this drawing. Not sure how I feel about it. Then I thought about trying to remake my channel trailer. No. Didn't get anywhere. But then I was just kind of trying to do simple stuff like this. It's just kind of like cool filler content for Instagram, and if there's one I really like, I can add that to Redbubble and put it on t-shirts and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of just like up in the air with what I want to do with the rest of today. I definitely am glad that the Patreon stickers worked out, and I think that this is going to be a really, really cool sticker sheet. So I'm going to print a couple more of those, trim them just to show you what the final product looks like, and then I will be back.
I have a highlight that's in the very same packaging.
And that is the April Patreon reward sticker sheet, the fantasy sticker sheet. So again, those of you who pledged during the month of April, you'll be getting the sticker sheet if you pledge to get physical rewards. If not, it'll be available on my store next month. I will be putting the Bad Luck sticker sheet up on my store Envy. and I will update you guys about the process of turning these into gifts. I signed up for a Giphy account and requested an artist account to be able to publish these as gifts and be able to use them like on Instagram stories and stuff, but they've been really slow approving my account as an artist account, and every time that I try and like find out or contact someone to figure out how long it takes, it's kind of like a dead end. So I don't know how long that will take, but I would love to turn like these into little gifts as well. I think that would just be really cute. So if anyone has any advice on how to speed up that process, or maybe there's another site I can use, that would be super helpful and awesome. But I also mentioned I am going to be trying to work on getting another print or greeting card in for this month's Patreon pledges, so I'm going to be working on that this week too. I don't think I'm going to vlog that much more today. Like I said, I'm going to go get my hair cut in a little while, so I think I'm just going to draw and color for the rest of the day, and or at least until I have to leave. So yeah, that's kind of the day, but hopefully this was a productive first day. I have to go to the dentist tomorrow, so that'll be fun. I'll let you guys know how that goes. But let's just kind of end on a little bit of a cool coloring time lapse. Good morning, guys. Two things are different about me. Number one, half my hair is gone. And number two, half my face is numb because I just got back from the dentist. And they only did the work on this side of my mouth. So I don't know if it's obvious, but this half of my mouth is like, like just not with it. And like my mouth is just kind of sore and tender from them having to be all up in there. But I got my hair cut yesterday and I love it. I love it this length. It's just so much more manageable, and I just love it. It's so much more low maintenance when it's this short because I can actually wear it down. Like when I have to like flow dry it and style it when it's longer, it's just a pain. So I really love it. This morning, let's see, so I went to the dentist. I have a couple hours before I have to go to class, so I just wanted to get some more art done. I posted on my Instagram about the sticker sheets, so if you haven't seen them already, you can see kind of an up-close shot of them on Instagram. And yeah, I don't know, I guess I'm just gonna try and get some artwork done while I have some downtime. I haven't eaten anything today. I didn't eat before the dentist, and like I said, my mouth's kind of sore, so I'm not super in the mood to eat anything now. I should definitely eat before I go to class, but it's like watching my mouth trying to like overcompensate for the fact that this half of my mouth is not with it. It's very entertaining. I hope it's entertaining to you too. Hope.
Guess who's getting the feeling in her mouth back? This girl, for the most part. I feel like I'm getting this side of my mouth with this side of my mouth. They're communicating again. So I finished this drawing. I really love how it came out. Like the colors are very cute, very like summery, springy, which makes me really happy. And I don't think I talked about this yet, but I'm actually working with Art Amino on making some content over there for them. And the content will still be available on all my other platforms, but they are having me make some videos for their story feature, and so they're going to be released on Art Amino first, and then they'll kind of trickle through to like Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all that nonsense. But I really love how this came out, and this will be the Art Amino story video. So if you guys are on Art Amino, you can follow me, or I'm still trying to figure out how it all works. It's a much different platform than what I'm used to, so it's a little bit of a learning curve. But with that being said, it's a really cool opportunity for me to work with them, and I'm really happy that they reached out to me with this opportunity. So, and I have to say they were super understanding with my whole computer debacle. They were like really good at just keeping the communication open, and like were understanding when I said like I couldn't abide by the original contract. They were like, no problem, like it's all good. So that was really awesome, and they've been really good to work with. So if you're on Art Amino, go follow me over there, and you will see this pretty lady up there pretty soon. I think I want to color the other one too, but I don't think I'll have time to do that today, so we might have to put a pin in that. But it's very, speaking of pin, it's very like pin-up-esque, which I like. I'm really into that right now, and I feel like it's been a fun theme to kind of work under. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I feel like I should probably end the vlog because I'm gonna be going to class soon, and I won't really be in vlogging mode after today because I'll have class, then we're going grocery shopping, and then probably watching Game of Thrones and eating dinner. So it's like nothing really exciting happens after this point. Not that anything exciting happened up until this point either, but if you're here and you're watching, thank you. I appreciate it. I sincerely appreciate your guys' support. I appreciate you guys being understanding about the lack of the video last week, and for just continuing to cheer me on and be awesome. You guys are so cool, and I so appreciate you for just being amazing. So thank you for watching. If you aren't subscribed, you can subscribe if you want to. I post videos every single week except for when my computer breaks down. And I'll be posting another video next week, so be sure to come back Fridays for Artsy Fartsy Fridays. And before I go, let me just say a big thank you to my Patreon members. You guys are so amazing, and I love you so much. And if you want me to see your art and share your art in social media, use the hashtag Artsy Fartsy Friday and tag me either on Twitter or Instagram, and I'll share it and show it all the love, and I'll feature it in next week's video. So be sure to do that. And without further ado, I will see you guys on the internet. Bye.